Hello and welcome to part 2 of our series on meal prep tips and guidelines. This episode is all about food cost, safety and meal structure. So if you'd like to keep the price of your meals low without sacrificing their quality, well, you are on the right video. Let's get cracking. It is a no-brainer that a plant-based diet can be incredibly inexpensive, especially if you shop smart and eat the right foods. Things like whole grains, legumes, spices, greens and vegetables in general happen to be amongst the cheapest foods available in the world. We live in the UK, which was the 12th most expensive country in the world last year, with a cost of living index of 81 in 2016. Nonetheless, most of the ingredients we use are still relatively low cost. To give you an example, we can find brown rice for less than £1.50 per kilo, which would be around $1 per pound in the US at the time the video was made, dry pulses for about £2 per kilo, $1.25 per pound, and vegetables like carrots, broccoli, onions and peas for about £1 per kilo on average, around 65 cents per pound. To make everything more clear to those who prefer the actual price of the final meal, let's do some easy maths, which by the way is the only maths my brain can handle. 1 kilogram of brown rice plus 1 kilogram of chickpeas plus 1 kilogram of a random vegetable like carrots or peas provide about 7,750 calories, which divided by 600, the calories of a standard meal we decided in the previous episode, makes a total of 13 meals, give or take. Now, for the sake of being more abundant, let's say that we'd rather opt for meals of 775 calories each. So now it's 10 meals in total, and it's even easier for my brain to handle. Well, all of those calories would cost me about £4.50 or 45 pence per meal, about 55 cents per meal in the US. Now, can you see how cheap a single healthy meal can potentially be? Obviously, I'm not asking you to thrive on brown rice, chickpeas and carrots, but as far as I know, a meal that costs £1 in the UK or $1 in the US is pretty damn cheap. So according to the maths we did just a moment ago, and assuming that they are correct, and trust me, I wouldn't count on that, you would still have 55 pence or 45 cents to invest in any extra spice, herb, condiment you like before hitting the £1 or $1 ceiling, and that is if you do want to lift the flavor of the meal. And I didn't even mention the frozen and canned food aisles, the possibility to buy in bulk, and the opportunity to eat seasonally, which can all greatly contribute to lowering the price of your food quite dramatically. We love the idea of consuming a variety of different foods throughout the day, and these foods tend to be fruit and berries, vegetables, grains, nuts and seeds, legumes, greens, herbs and spices. This doesn't mean that you have to eat this way yourself, or to pack every single one of these ingredients into each bite you take, but we believe that it helps a lot to lay down some simple rules on how the structure of a simple meal could be and what staple ingredients should include in order to be considered nutritious. Obviously, the food combinations you could use to create interesting flavors are endless, but when it comes to nutrition, the rules are simple. Rotate the ingredients you use as much as possible, try to be seasonal whenever feasible, and eat a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. I had a friend who used to carry a broccoli head in his right pocket at all times and munch on it whenever he desired. Although this might be considered a healthy habit, it is also too extreme for most folks and unlikely to be necessary even for more seasoned vegans, so I would recommend to stick to more classic eating patterns. If you're wondering whether we made the illustrations for this video ourselves, the answer is no. We are good with knives, but not that good with the pencil, I'm afraid, which is why the artist Kesh kindly helped us with his artwork. This young Indian man is incredibly talented when it comes to art and filmmaking, and I would love it if you could take the time to go check his channel out. I'll leave his social media links in the description below the video. We hope you enjoyed part 2 of this mini-series on meal prep tips and guidelines, and if you found it interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to watch part 3. Happy cooking and thank you very much for watching!